Where in tarnation are they? Come on, big scoop. Hey, mister, out of the way. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I seem to remember this woman from somewhere. Yeah, my instincts are directing me not to engage in conversation with her. Perhaps it would be best if I left her alone. I agree. Please, God, never. May I speak with you for a second? It's the Steel Samurai. I'm sure it is. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you glaring at him for? Please excuse me. It's just that I've never seen a superhero up close before. Looks like he's written something down for you. To Edgeworth, from the Steel Samurai Daddy. Married man of Neo Tokyo. Wow, an autograph. Pretty cool that you got one, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Huh. Steel Samurai's autograph. Mr. Steel Samurai, Ambassador Alba is waiting for you. And now the Steel Samurai will proceed to enter the kingdom of Albahest to shake the hand of the ambassadors. The Steel Samurai isn't only here for the two countries tonight, but rather can be thought of as a goodwill ambassador from our own country as well. There he goes, off to spread goodwill to the world. He really does seem like a goodwill ambassador, doesn't he? Okay, we're shooting the next segment. Cue the camera. In just a few seconds, the Jamma Ninja stage show is set to begin. After the show, the Jamma Ninja will enter the Republic of Baho, and he is set to meet with the ambassador of that country at the time. Ha! The Jamma Ninja show is about to start. We gotta get back to our seats. Regrettably, I don't have much of an interest in ninjas. Well, this show will change your mind. Come on, we have to hurry. If we miss even a second of the Jamma Ninja's awesome playing, I'll never forgive you. I suppose you're not about to give me much of a choice here, are you, Kay? Thank you, Kay. I could listen to that ninja marked to death's lullaby song all day. His superb playing and that sad melody really brought a tear to my eye. And his heart-wrenching voice. Now that's the Jamma Ninja's greatest weapon. Those pieces of Jamma Ninja merchandise over there. I've got to have them. I especially want the hair sticks where they're selling exclusively at these shows. They're exactly like the one the heroine Princess Misola wears in her hair. Anyway, hold it right there, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes. You're thinking of going home, aren't you? Well, it doesn't seem like the Great Thief will be making an appearance tonight. Most likely it was simply a prank. Just a prank, bro. No way! I just know the Great Thief will show. But I thought you said that the Great Thief doesn't send calling cards. Yeah, I did, but I figured from the very beginning that this would wind up being a wild goose chase. But that card she sent was a genuine fake calling card. A genuine fake. Well, how can I word this? The Great Thief's mark that's on the calling card is exactly the same as my mark. Get it now? We've got a problem! The Great Thief has been spotted in Albahest. What? You hear that, Mr. Edgeworth? So you finally decided to show yourself, you phony. Hey, what gives? I'm sorry, but I need to search you before you may enter. What the? Hey! The Steel Samurai just walked straight on through without one. Now, if you don't hurry up and let me through, my phony is going to escape. Oh. So dude was in that card. That's why it was so fucking heavy. Like I was making a physical noise while moving. Okay, a country's embassy is considered to be part of the country itself. If you don't go through the proper procedures to enter the country... Mr. Edgeworth! I'm going to enter through Babhel and climb over the wall into Albahest. No. You tell a prosecutor straight out that you intend to illegally enter another... Okay, are you listening to me? Okay, Faraday, I'm coming through. Yes, and welcome. Someone stop her, anyone. Okay. Stop. Open air stage. Okay. Where are you? Don't tell me you really did find some way over this fence. Ah! Fire! It's too big for us to handle. Looks like the great thief came to Bob Hall too. Oh my god. You accursed great thief. K, you! You'd better be alright wherever you are. K. Hey, K. I told you it wasn't me.
Hold
it! 18 goddamn flights of stairs later. Kay, are you alright? Do I look alright to you? Now, can you do something about this woman? Mr. Edgeworth. Detective Gumshoe, what is the meaning of this? Well, sir, it's this. Oh, that sucks. It wasn't me. He was already dead when I ran in here, hot on the heels of the fake great thief. Look, I only came in here because I saw a suspicious person at the open air stage. A suspicious person. A long black coat and a hood over his head. I dare you to tell me that's not suspicious. When I saw that person, I immediately thought that they must be the fake. So I chased after them into the embassy, then into here, and then lost sight of him. But I just know that person is the one who did it. What are you so worked up over? There's no reason for you to be this loud. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're Agent Lang's secretary. Sheena, I believe your name is, correct? And if you're making an arrest, I assume you have evidence that it was Kay who committed the crime. Is that also correct? You refuse to answer? I don't need to answer. You're merely a prosecutor in this country, meaning you have no investigative authority. Hey, pal! Just what the heck does what you just said mean? If it happened here, it's under Mr. Edgeworth's jurisdiction. The end. No, it's in an embassy. We're fucked. Foreign soil here. And seeing it's out of this building and sitting on our soil, we can investigate wherever we'd like. Unfortunately, Detective, embassies are a different matter. Well, this office is considered to be part of the Republic of Babahal, which means that anything that happens in here defaults to the control of the Babhalese government and their law, giving them exclusive extraterritorial rights. Extraterrestrial rights? Sir, do you really believe that the truth is out there? Basically, our country's laws do not apply inside the embassy of another country. That's what was agreed to by our respective governments. Our authority to investigate was effectively nulled the second we entered this place. Which means we can do little here in this situation. No way, sir! Please leave this matter in Interpol's hands and go home. Mr. Edgeworth. Hey, you're not... Mr. Edgeworth. In that case, allow me to join your investigation. It's Von Carva! Shut up. Shame you cut your hair. Ambassador Palenio? I truly appreciate you allowing me to join the investigation. It's really nothing. Manny was my secretariat, so of course I want to help you as much as I can. In fact, it's a blessing that Interpol agents were able to make it so quickly. Francisco? Well, I never imagined I'd meet you here of all places. This is an embassy, meaning that you have no authority to conduct. Already? What is it? Ambassador Palenio? And you are? I'm Miles Edgeworth, public prosecutor. I ask that you please allow me to investigate this case as Miss Von Karma's assistant. Assistant? Miles, what the heck do you think you're... Please, I implore you, Ambassador Palenio. Very well, I'll be counting on the two of you, Miss Von Karma and Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, what do you mean by you'll be Miss Von Karma's assistant? I don't exactly have a choice, do I, Detective? And if I don't become Francisca's assistant, I can participate in this investigation. Huh. There you go again, running at the mouth with that aloof expression on your face. Francisca, please. I don't know what you're planning quite yet, but at least I do know one thing. That you are now my subordinate. Just remember that my whip is always ready to wake you should you have a brain lapse. Of course, I'll keep that in mind. If you're done playing games. Alright, let's begin the investigation. Boom, boom, boom. Secretariat's office. By the way, Detective, I suppose it's a bit late to be asking, but why are you here? Well, better late than never, I guess, sir. I was placed on guard duty for the embassy today. And why are police guarding an embassy? Well, on account of the card that they got from the Great Thief. They called us up and asked for our help, sir. Oh, and because we've been searching for the Great Thief these past 7 years, it's more or less mutually beneficial agreement, if you ask me. Except for how mutually unbeneficial this has all turned out to be, I suppose. Looks like you failed to completely perform your guard duty yet again. Look forward to your next salary negotiation, although it's out of my hands. But sir, if I get it cut now, I won't be able to buy even packet noodles anymore. Shut up, Gumshoe. I don't care. So our victim was the secretary of this embassy. I take it. Manny Cochin, I heard that he was an admirable person. Very admirable. Cause of death is a stab to the base of his neck. He was lax in watching his back. We were fortunate that the fire missed our victim's body for the most part. If the fire had burned a bit longer, it would have made identifying him a hassle. So Mr. Cochin was stabbed to death in the middle of a raging fire when the world happened inside this room. Okay. I'll rest. There's a key right there. This appears to be something in his pocket. This key, it can't be. Isn't this the Great Thief's key that was stolen 7 years ago? What? But that's... Oh, 7 years ago. Oh! You mean that case where I was raped, sir? Yes, that piece of evidence that stole the life of Kay's father 7 years ago. Which was then stolen by Callisto Yu. What? Mr. Faraday was killed with this key, sir. Shut up. I thought he was killed with a knife. Yeah. Scruffy, at the very least, try to remember the details of the crimes you were a suspect in. Francisca, as you will recall, Detective Gumshoe was not present when Miss Yu made her escape. Oh, so we never even talked about it. Plus, even among law enforcement, only a few knew of this key's existence. I doubt that a new rookie at the time would have been made privy to such knowledge. Bad never told him. I feel like the victim right now, all trampled on, sir. I suppose I'll just have to fill you in now. The secret to this key is... Boop, boop, boop. It's not that far-fetched to think that the end of the key is meant to be a butterfly. The key's maker must have been a true patriot, to have fashioned this after the national symbol. Wait, fuck. There you go. Easy. Whoa! Wow, that's amazing, sir. It's like some kind of magic trick. But it's clean. So this is like a calling card. I know it. This is the same exact piece of evidence that Miss Yu took with her. I remember this beautiful pattern on the blade. I remember this as well. It's a fine motif, isn't it? Yes. Looks like the two interwoven vines crisscrossing down the blade. Fine, sir. I think it looks like a bunch of stars. If you ask me, you're an idiot. It's one of those six-sided stars, just like the police mark on our IDs. I really don't think you can call these stars. To say that the detective's art sense is underdeveloped would be an understatement. The real question is, why was the Balbahili's embassy's secretariat holding this? Well, we don't know how Mr. Cochin came into possess this key. We do know that this was stolen by the great thief from the Kodofian embassy. That's right, Mr. Faraday had written that fact down as organizer. I believe this means that further research is required into the country of Codofia. Why don't you ask the ambassador Paleno? What he knows? Supposedly, he was a candidate to be the next ambassador once long ago. He should be able to answer any specific questions you may have. It's a knife wound. It's obvious he was killed with, but I wonder if it's consistent with the wound. Indeed. Is this knife the murder weapon? Some preliminary testing has been conducted. According to the results, the blood on that matches the victim's blood. The blade shape was also found to be consistent with the stab wound. I suppose this means that we now know that the culprit was the crime was committed with this knife. This knife's got some really fancy ornamentation going on, huh, sir? This thing practically screams artsy at me, too. Although it's also covered in blood, just like the last thing I said was artsy. But the handle is pristine. There's not a single drop of blood on it. Speaking of the handle, I believe it was a butterfly motif. It's very beautiful. Thank you, Von Karma. This man, where do I know him from? Wait, do we really not, remember who he was? Whatever. The ceiling fan must have fallen from the ceiling. Oh, really? Ceiling fan? What does one of those do? Exactly what it sounds like it does. It's a fan that is installed on one's ceiling. Well, if I had one of those in my room, I bet I'd go dizzy from staring at it as I slept. Detective Gumshoe, in the real world, we close our eyes when we sleep. What the fuck? What a meme, dude. No. I want to know about this statue. Because this is a national treasure, can I ask that you please do not touch it? I'm afraid that only ones allowed to touch it are myself and the Secretariat. But there's a possibility that is related to the murder, wouldn't you agree? Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, why don't we give it up for now? We can force them to let us investigate it later when we find some solid proof. I suppose I don't have a choice here. This must be one of the Prima Duck statues Kay was talking about earlier. Is it just me, or does this man look like the Steel Samurai? They could be twins. That's probably who it was, sculpted after. Mr. Edgeworth, there's still something on this display rack, sir. Knives, huh? Oh, the blades are all that remain on them, unfortunately. Guess the handles all got burned off by the fire. So even the knives fell victim to the fire. Ambassador, are these knives yours? Why, yes, they are. They're a specific set of ornamental knives featuring the national symbol of Babhalo. Those butterfly-themed knives, along with Albahast's own set of knives, are comprised of 3 knives each. But I can't believe the Babalis ones have been reduced to that state. Ornamental knives, huh? There's a small release on the tang of this blade. Ambassador, what is this notch here for? Oh, that. It's a feature of those knives wherein you can freely exchange the handles on them. So that we can change how they look to fit the situation, of course. I see. So these knives were constructed so that the handles could be easily removed. Oh, so this is just a different handle. This thing. enhance. There's a lot of skill detailing on this handle. I believe this is a butterfly. There's a more amazing thing. Really glad the beautiful butterfly wasn't ruined by the blood. There's not even a single drop of blood on it. Really is quite exquisite. So much so that even you can understand its beauty. Hey, why do you always have to look down on my taste, sir? I know what I like, and this is certainly well crafted. Why do I look down on his taste? Because, my dear detective, I'm afraid your tastes are quite questionable. This knife, it would appear that the handle is removable. I guess so people can change them whenever they feel like it. Sounds like fun, sir. I don't think people would just remove the handle just for fun. Like, it's pretty significant that you can just remove the handle, so there's going to be a handle somewhere else. There's some fire. That's some fireplace. You know, it really gives the place a mansion-like quality, don't you think, sir? Oh, if these are a staple in every Babalese house, I might bet Santa Claus pays him a visit too. Just how old are you again, detective? How can the knives fucking burn up, but that fucking jacket doesn't? These shelves are lined with American souvenirs and memorabilia. It's really strange, isn't it? I mean, I thought this was the Babalese embassy. So, why are there so many American souvenirs, sir? Perhaps the Babalese are studying American culture in our tourism industry. If they have plans to make the Babalesian tourism industry truly flourish, then they would need to observe and study other countries' methods, I suppose. Speaking of tourism, I got these from the blonde guy earlier, sir. He said that if I bring these with me to Babhalal, I can trade them in for a few buffets. So how do you expect to travel there? Well, the world is connected by the ocean, sir. And for an all-you-can-eat buffet, I'd swim all the way to there if I could have to. And a few simple coupons really motivate people to do such fantastic things. Looks like this was once a grand-grandfather clock, but it has fallen victim to the fire. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, is it okay for me to talk about the clocks in my house, sir? If they're unrelated to the case, I hope that you will refrain from sharing, but... Well, there's this one clock that I made by myself, but the auto... That's quite enough, detective. Fuck off, detective. Safe. A small personal safe. This was Mr. Cochin's office. So perhaps he stored his most important documents in here. Of course it's locked. It appears we won't be able to open it without the key. Logic, can I use the key on it? Fuck off. You'd think we can just use the key here. And can't... It's supposed to unlock any lock. Angry noises. Okay, are you alright? You believe me, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth? You don't think I did it, right? Yes, of course I don't. And I promise to prove that it wasn't you. That's enough chit-chat. You can investigate all you like, but it's only a matter of time before we take her in. It'd be wise of you to give up while you can. No, I don't think so. Kay isn't lying, and my investigation will prove that to be true. Go ahead and try then, if you're that confident. I can't allow this to continue this way. I must prove her innocence. Post-haste. She has to be involved in this, right? Like, no way she just pops up here. Lang's not even here yet. So why is she here? I can't believe that Manny fell among the thieves tonight. Without him, I have no doubt what my schedule for tonight is. No idea. Ambassador, I believe your schedule tonight will consist of listening to reports from the police. That and only that. I ask you to cooperate, not only for your own sake, but for Mr. Cochin's as well. You're a rather strong man, aren't you? How fascinating. Here, I know it isn't much, but I'd like you to have these. I'm sorry, but it would be against my principles to accept bribes. Oh, no. These are simply coupons we distribute to promote our country. Remember, we offer a large number of discounts and offers when you visit lovely Babahal. Babahal. Now remember, the Republic of Babahal is known for its feverish tourism industry. Tell me about Manny. I was wondering if you might tell me a bit about the deceased Manny Kochan. He was my secretary in the embassy secretariat, charged with running the whole place. He was an admirable man. His death is a great loss to our country. He was in charge of everything: accounting, printing, taking care of our national treasures. I'm sorry, but did you say printing? Our country's primary source of revenue is our tourism industry. So in order for us to print the necessary pamphlets, flyers, coupons, etc., we have a printing press here at our embassy. I see. Please excuse my forwardness, however, I feel I should mention that I have the distinct impression that I've met him before. Oh, yes. Since you are of the legal profession, I suppose you just might have. After all, Manny was involved in the KG-8 incident. The KG-8 incident? The defendant who was found innocent in that case was Manny. So your Mr. Kochan is the same man as the one in that case. It's been 10 years. Manny recovered personally from that case and dove enthusiastically into this job. He was the one who planned this event and was to oversee this embassy's renovations. It really is a shame. He had such a bright future ahead of him. Yeah. Does he react to this? Bastner, I was wondering if you might have some thoughts on this. I think that you would know more about the case than I. So please let me have you know more. Okay, fuck off. Thank you. I feel I must decline. Can you talk to me about this? This statue resembles that hero, the Steel Samurai, don't you think? I was thinking, would you say to change the name to the Steel Samurai statue? It just might attract a few more tourists to our country if I do, right? I'm not sure what to think. I thought that thing was a national treasure. Well, you see, national treasure, who cares? Am I right?